What an amazing clip.
Yeah.
You did it all in the film, pretty much, huh? Fantastic. Listen, I want to start with a question, because one of the great things that was said yesterday was by Ashley Ryan. I love this question, what are you going to be when you grow up? That simple question, yeah? So my first question to you is, if you think back to when you were a boy, with the first memories, what was the answer to that question? What are you going to be when you grow up? What did you want to be when you were growing up?
I want to be an actor, of course.
You always wanted to be an actor?
Yeah.
How did you know that?
I feel it when I was a little boy. I dressed up with a woman.
You dressed up as a woman?
Yes, and when I was a little bit grown, and I played kids TV, like Kardemomma Baby, and then suddenly it became a Batman, Superman.
So you basically, you became any character you could, Batman, Superman, copying all the things on the TV.
Yeah.
So you knew at an early age you would be an actor, huh?
Yeah.
But you became other things too. You didn't just act. You also have a normal job, right? A normal job.
Yes.
Yeah. What's that job?
In Sandefjord, I am working for a company with Down syndrome in the laundry right now. And I soon have worked there in soon 19 years.
You've been working there for 19 years. In the same place, eh?
Yeah.
Obviously a good place to work. Must be a good place to work. And can you tell us a little bit, how do you go from a place in Sandefjord, which is about an hour's drive from Oslo, down the coast, a normal job, how do you go from that to getting the main part in a Norwegian movie? Can you tell us how that happened?
That movie we're watching, it's a director called Bob Bryan. He's the director of the film. And it was a woman who is named Beate Johansen.
Who is Beate Johansen? Who is that?
It's the, what do we call, the lead of the Fønix.
She was the employment specialist?
Yes.
Right, okay.
So she understood that I'm interested with the actor.
Okay.
And Bob Bryan, director, is writing all over Norway. And so they came to the Sandefjord. He wrote to Beate and said, I am interested to, I'm looking a person who can play my film. And Beate said, yes, I know that person is interested. And it was me.
So brilliant. So basically, because I was always fascinated, how did you get that job? So what you're saying is, basically, it's the eyes and ears of an employment specialist, Beate,
Yeah.
who knew a director, who was looking for someone to actually play this role.
Yeah.
So he needed someone with Down syndromes to play this particular part. So it's the power of networking and connection. So tell me, what did it feel like? I guess you had auditions.
Yeah, of course.
You had to have auditions. Even the stars have to have auditions, eh?
Yeah.
But tell me, when did you find out that you got the main part? When did you find that out? Where were you?
I was in Ecuador because I have family there. And what shall I say? My mother said, sent a text message to Beate and said, who's get the main role in this film? And I wrote it, and I got the answer, and he said it was me to want the main role.
And so you got it on as a text message, the message?
Yeah.
How did you react?
I almost cried
You al-
of happiness. And for my cousin, wondering what's happened
Yeah.
with my, and I said, I got the main room. And we celebrate in Ecuador in an expensive restaurant. And we freaking out.
Well, fantastic. Brilliant. Brilliant. Excellent. Now, I don't want to, amazing that you became an actor and you also are a reporter, right? A freelance reporter
That's right.
for, is it Bra TV? Which is
TV Bra,
Norwegian
yeah.
for good TV, yeah?
TV
Bra.
Yes, I am the freelance reporter because the chief of the TV Bra wants to have the private detective there too. And so it was in period in, I think it was 2019. And she's thinking, we shall have him. So I was in TV Bra and I'm still.
Because the thing about the way I've seen your reporting, the way you report, a little bit like Detective Downs, is that you just ask the direct question, yeah? You have no fear.
No fear.
No fear, straight to the point, yeah?
Yeah.
And so detective, role in a film, reporter, the normal job in Sandefjord, they're all jobs.
Yeah.
All of them are jobs. They're all employments, right? My next question to you is, what does it mean to be employed? How does it make you feel to have a job?
It's very important because I was alone home and a long time, and my mother said, "You can't stay home every day." And suddenly I maybe figured out that maybe I shall go to work. So I started to go to the Beate and said he's ready to get job. And suddenly I start to work.
So you needed a little kick from your mother?
Yeah.
A little, we call it in Norwegian a dytt, which is a little push. Yeah,
Yeah, push.
A little push from your mother, and then another little push from Beate?
Beate, we didn't know her first time.
No, but she's been very important for you as well, right?
Yeah,
The
of
employment
course.
specialist. And a question for you now is, there's been a lot of talk, the word disability keeps coming up. Disability,
Yeah.
all right? Funksjonshemming in Norwegian, right? But I'm interested in your ability. Right, what are your strengths? What are you good at as an employee?
Right now, I use kind of my methods
Yeah?
to be a strong to working. Before I was slowly, but now I use my speed because I watching Netflix and The Flash is always running forward, back to the future, and I use his methods to the job, so I do it the same like him. So.
But you're learning, the important thing is learning, developing, growing, right?
Yeah.
And another thing that I want to ask you is, because you said you were a little bit unsure and your mother said, get out there and do something. But we also talked about the employers, the people who give jobs to people with disability, that they are very often unsure. They're not sure whether to employ. What would you say to an employer who is a little bit unsure whether to go for it?
Well, I have to say, go to get job, do the best you can. We can't stay home.
But what about the people who give the jobs? If I imagine I am thinking, oh, maybe I can hire Svein Andre, and I'm a bit unsure, I'm not sure if he can. What would you say to me, the employer?
I will say you have to go to the job because you are a great man, and if you don't get work, maybe you will be weak and stay home.
I have a last question for you before we wrap up, all right? What are you going to be when you grow up? Because you haven't finished growing up. We've got a long way to go still.
I will always be an actor, musician, and reporter, and maybe I can working by myself to work actor who is want to be an actor, maybe a film or etc.
So you still have dreams?
I'm always I am. It's the only song called "I Am the Dreamer," so I am dreaming.
You're a dreamer, right?
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Well, you live in the right country for that, so that's an easy dream, isn't it? Really, yes. But listen, it's really good of you to join us today. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop learning. I love the way that you believe that you can basically do anything you want. You just get out there, maybe with a little push from the mother and the employment specialist. A big round of applause for Svein Andre Hofsø. Thank you so much. All right.